Studios, by the results of many individuals that I have spoken to thus far, has Marvel going 2 for 2, back to back. Deadpool and Wolverine did amazing numbers for Marvel. They hit the $1 billion mark globally, worldwide, and people were really anticipating to see what Thunderbolts would be, what it could be. The trailers, I don't think, really did all that much for the movie, to be honest with you. It was a little vague. There wasn't a lot going on. A lot of confusion. People didn't really know a lot of the characters. It was a little tough. But word of mouth, my goodness, can be a wondrous thing. For everybody who saw the movie Wednesday and Thursday, you guys are heroes, because I truly believe the Wednesday and Thursday viewers, they made the shout across the bow. They said it with the conch shell. They called all the Marvel MCU fans, news team, assemble. He had everybody come in to pay attention to this movie, and I know you didn't get a chance to see it yet. This is Alex's first Marvel movie in the movie theaters. I ask him every single time to go. He does not want to go. He's not huge on the movies, but it was Mom's birthday, so he had no choice. He had to go, and he enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. He was like, this actually wasn't bad. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Everybody that I know has enjoyed this film. It's so good. It's so good. And the ending took everybody as a shock. The ending, I mean, you could hear. I didn't have one of those movie theaters that you see on YouTube where everyone starts screaming at everything and they're like extra vocal for no reason. I had a pretty mild room when we were watching the film. But when that twist happens at the end, and I won't spoil it here, the whole room gasped. They were like, what? Like, there was an audio shock in the room. And then the end credit, also big pop from the audience. An otherwise docile crowd goes off and just gets excited. It's a lot of fun. This movie was so cool. But here's the deal. The twist, the one that got everybody shocked, is now being revealed, not just on the internet, but in actual promotional material. The Thunderbolts, like every other movie, had marketing. You get billboards and bus signs and all kinds of shit, right? Just billboard, everything that you post up in places to get people thinking about the movie, seeing the movie. And it said Thunderbolts with an asterisk. And everybody was so worried about the asterisk. What does the asterisk mean? Well, it was revealed in the movie. And again, I'm not going to reveal it here, but it's huge. And it's a huge twist, and they decided to change the promotional material in the terms of they put an asterisk for a reason, right? So now that the weekend is over, everyone knows what that asterisk means. So they're actually going around, no lie, this is a real thing. They're going around and changing the name of the team in the promotional material, and it's got people pissed. Because they haven't seen the fucking movie yet. So they're all seeing this promotional material going, God damn it. I didn't need to know this, please. And again, I'm going to be kind and not do the spoiler deal. However, I want to have the conversation. Because, for instance, I will be, once again, a guest host this Friday on Joe Pombo's To Be Seen on his 1 week later show where they take popular films, they wait a week for you to see it, and then they divulge, they speak on the movie and critique and give their high points and their low points. I've been on the show before in the past, and I can't wait to go back again. He usually comes calling for me, and I usually come calling for him. This time I called him because I was so impressed with Thunderbolts that I really wanted to go on his show. But he's had me in the past for Deadpool and Wolverine. He's had me on the show for Captain America Brave New World. So with those two movies, we had our likes, our dislikes. I don't have many dislikes of this movie, so it should be a lot more fun. But the conversation really is becoming now, how soon is too soon, right? The movie debuted worldwide Friday. Like I said, sneak peeks and early viewing was done Wednesday and Thursday, but for the most part, it wasn't released into the world until Friday. So technically, we're recording this on Tuesday. So what's that? Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's been 4 days, right? Dave, is 4 days too soon? Should they be waiting? Should they be getting those?
No.
What do you think a comfortable limit is? Where should we draw this invisible line where it's safe to publicly give your opinions and speak on this stuff?
I don't know. I think in general, like, spoilers fucking suck. Like, it could really take me out of something. Like, I don't even want to watch it. Oh. Yeah, you know this.
I know, but still, it's just
you know that's the way that I am. It really just makes you not. I won't go see it if I know. Like, what's the fucking point? But in today's age, like, it's impossible. You can't get everyone on the same fucking page to not spoil something, especially when people are just fucking itching to review it.
Yeah,
like itching. Like the moment they leave, they want to go do the pod that talks about it so they can fucking release their shit first. It's a race to get the content out. Yeah. So, to be fair, and unless you're unlucky and you have people talking about it at your job, it is very easy to not spoil something. You just got to stay off of socials. But if you're someone who needs to be on that shit or doesn't even think about it and you hop on, well, you might be in some trouble today, dude, because they're going to spoil shit. So just get there on day one and you're good.
Yeah, and that's the way that I feel about it sometimes. Well, I have a slightly different angle with it because I'm the opposite of you. I'm a back of the book kind of guy. Sometimes spoilers make me want to see it more because now I know that. Now
I don't even know how that chemically works.
Because now I know how good it is at the end. I know it's like when they tell you. It's like when I ask, like my son will ask me. He goes, "Hey, you know those donuts that we bought earlier today? Yeah. Can I have one?" Well, no. You're gonna eat dinner first, and then you're gonna have a donut. All of a sudden, now dinner has a goal to it. Oh, I know now. If I eat this dinner as fast as I can, I'm gonna get that goddamn donut. It's the same thing here. If I know that twist is coming, oh baby, this is gonna be okay. Let's take this ride because I know the ending to the ride is good. If I get the ending to a movie or if I get the ending to a book or whatever the case, and I know that the ending is shit, then I probably don't want to take the ride because I know the ending is shit.
You're a glutton. You'll still go. You'll still watch it. Because you want to know why it's shit now.
How the hell did it get this bad so fast?
Yeah. I need to see it unfold.
But that's I have respect for the people who make it public when they go, well, I was at work or I had a kid thing or like I really haven't had a chance. I couldn't catch an opening weekend in my area because it's all sold out, so I got to wait a weekend or something like that. I feel for you, I do. But just like my brother just said, you got to stay off the social. You got to stay. I mean, it's hard. This particular situation, that's why I'm bringing it up now, is actually a little bit more difficult than the usual case. Because in the past, it has been an easy fix for us to say, don't look at your socials, stay off the internet. But Marvel is in the streets changing it. They're changing it at bus stations and post office. Like, people who aren't on the internet are seeing the change because they're bringing the change to you. That's a little different. I think that's a little egregious. I think that might have been a bit much. Because that actually is like completely unfair. At least when you tell people, hey, just stay off social media for a little bit, they can still live their lives. They don't need social media, for the next few days. But motherfuckers who are taking the bus have to take that fucking bus. They gotta get to work. You're putting that in a situation where it's kind of unavoidable. At least on social media it was unavoidable. But now you're changing the side of buildings. You're changing the shit in the train stations. You're changing the material where people are. I think that's a little bit more upsetting. I can identify with that because that's the first time I've ever seen Marvel ever do that. That's weird.
I mean, I think it's I fall under the camp of I think it's doing it is like you don't need to do that. Like I want to know where the benefit comes from doing that, but I'm also not going to kill them for doing it. Like, it is what it like. It's what happened. Like, so deal with it type of shit, right? I don't think they need to do it, but if they're going to do it, I don't I don't think they're wrong for it. It's just the way it is, man. You're gonna get fucking spoiled. Like they're just leaning into the fact that, and if you look at it the other way, if you're someone who saw it and now it's like, oh look, they changed that's sick. Yeah, I remember it was cool. Like that, one person's disappointment can very well still be a moment for someone else.
Right.
So maybe they felt they wanted that moment. They wanted to bring. I don't know. I wasn't in that room. To them, it was worth it. It must have been. Because remember, that costs money. Why the fuck would I take down an already thing that's up there?
You're marketing the film
deliberately
after.
Did this.
Yeah, they were you marketed the film to get people to come, and then the movie was released, did well, and then you remarketed.
Yeah. Which sounds to me like they're trying to create a moment. And if you're not a part of it, well, fuck. Sucks to suck, dude.
I feel like somebody in that room said, if we change the asterisk to the real name, people are going to go, holy shit, what did I miss? And they're going to go, oh,
I can see that.
I
can see that.
For people like me, I can see that. But for people like you who don't want that.
Can I tell you the honest truth?
You weren't going to see it anyway. No,
I probably wasn't going to watch it anyway.
I know. But for the people...
I kind of want to, because you haven't quite spoiled it yet. But if it gets spoiled by the time I get to it, I'm not fucking watching.
I'm really trying... That's the reason, to be honest with you, normally I don't give a shit about spoilers. And I've been very public with that. I have spoiled it on this show in the past. The reason why I'm not spoiling it right this second is I actually feel
you're leaving that door open.
Yeah, so I actually feel confident enough about this movie that I feel like you actually would enjoy it. So I'm
here's the new caveat in my life.
Okay.
To this whole point. If my wife hasn't been spoiled, I will still watch it.
Oh,
because watching her pop is fun.
Okay.
But
and I think she will.
She's a big social media person.
Oh, no.
Let me relax. That's disrespectful. Let me not say she's a big. But she keeps her ear to the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. She's not out of the loop.
But I don't. Actually, you know what? That's a good fucking question. I gotta answer that. I don't think spoilers bother her.
Ask her if it doesn't, ask her why. Because if it's close to mine, we're kindred spirits over here.
I will. That will be our follow up for next week.
Okay. Oh, I like that. Yeah, let's do that.
I don't think she cares.
We need a Nora.
There's been a couple things that I didn't know, and she starts talking to me about it. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? She goes, oh, you didn't see it? I'm like, fucking no. Were you about to? Oh, you know what? I'm actually certain she doesn't mind. I'm gonna double check with her still, but she's the fucking worst when it comes to to me, it's like you're ruining the surprise. I love the surprise. Don't tell me there's a surprise. Just surprise me.
Just surprise it, yeah.
Yeah.
Treat it like a surprise. Surprise me with the surprise. Don't tell me a surprise is coming, because then it's not a surprise. This is one of those movies. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Remember before you were saying that you're really not a fan.
I was going to ask. How does it line up? Do I need to see anything?
Yes, the homework, right? That was always a concern of yours. Do I need the
homework to watch this movie?
Okay. The quick answer to that is no. You do not. If you didn't see Black Widow, which introduced Yelena to the MCU,
which I have.
Which you have, but even
that was my last one. Ironically,
even if you didn't, you don't need to. In this film, they kind of give you cliff notes, little things here and there that kind of give you an update of who she is and what she's been doing. U.S. agent. So if you didn't see Falcon and the Winter Soldier, 100% fine. You don't need to. You don't need to see how he became this and what happened with that. That's fine. They give you enough of him in this film, because this film had new information as far as catching us up to what he's been up to. So if you didn't see it before, 100% fine. They gave you a brief rundown. He's a super soldier like Steve, but less of the morality. They give you all that. The same thing with Ghost. The same thing with Taskmaster. Valentina. If you didn't follow, that's fine. They made this movie. I think personally, they made this movie with the hardcore in mind. Could you learn more about these characters if you go back and watch? Sure, obviously. 8 episodes of something is going to give you a lot of detail. You don't need it to enjoy this film. Plus, the biggest part of this movie is the introduction of one of the most powerful Marvel characters in history, and all of his backstory is in this movie. There's almost literally no reference to him before this movie. So it's the literal build of him. So if you didn't catch any of the previous stuff, you don't need to do the homework. I think you will still enjoy this film without the homework. There is great humor in it. There's a lot of funny moments in it. There's a lot of serious moments in it. This movie is gonna have you reflecting on yourself. So there's a lot of back and forth. It's really cool. I think it's a really good movie. I actually think it's a pretty cool movie outside of the Marvel aspect. How about that? So like I don't. If you didn't see it before, you're fine. You're gonna be okay. Maybe, and I don't think this will work on you, but like maybe someone who didn't see some of the homework from before will watch this and maybe go back. Who knows? There's a chance someone's gonna do that. So I think people will enjoy it anyway. I know you'll enjoy the twist at the end, although some people have their questions. I'll get more into that on Friday on Joe's show about the decision to have the twist be that. That was kind of a left field moment. And then the end credit, also a left field moment. But the twist at the end of the film is kind of clear cut. Like, here's the twist. And you go, okay, you either like it or you don't like it. The end credit is going to be debated highly. And we're probably going to argue about that on Joe's show. So everyone should tune in. I'll share the links and stuff like that. But we're probably going to debate that too. So other than that, also keep in mind as we're discussing this film, next on the lineup is the Fantastic Four. And then after that, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not missing one, we're going straight to Doomsday, which is otherworldly. So that's what's been going on with that. But I think as far as the time period in which spoilers, I think you kind of hit it on the head there. Like, there really isn't a set time because everybody's different. There's some people like myself who don't give a shit about the spoilers at all. People like me, knowing the movie is out Wednesday and Thursday before it even comes out Friday, I'm already looking for the movie. Like, that's me. I'm already on the internet like, okay, I know it's in here somewhere in Spanish. Where the fuck is this goddamn movie? And then there are those who are going to wait a week, 2 weeks, because that's the time frame that they have to go see the movie. So I understand that there's a distance between the two worlds, but for those of you who don't like spoilers, unfortunately, you're going to have to go the extra mile to prevent that from happening. I will take the time to not do it here on the show, but I can't speak for others. Like you said, it's a race. The ones who get it out the fastest are going to get all the clicks. So do yourself a favor and take your time. All right? Enjoy the film. It's going to be a good film. Spoiler or not. I know people who don't like spoilers, like you just said, it ruins it for you. You're still going to enjoy the movie. You would. But, to each their own.
I can give you all the things that you wanted before.